This is how the project started. A pretty well complete bike in need of a lot of work. The original leather saddle was in very good condition. Last registered in 1954. The engine arrived at my workshop to see if it could be made to go, perhaps. So it was stripped completely for assessment. It was pretty clear that the big end bearing would need some attention. The piston, the rings and the cylinder were okay. They could do some more work. The exhaust port, this is the inlet port. The transfer gases come up from the crankcase through here. You'll note there is only one transfer port on this old girl. That was the technology of the 1920s. Alan, this is your big end bearing and conrod. I'll just lift the conrod off. This is the outer race, which is normally inside the big end eye of your conrod. And inside here you've got these little rollers. Now there's wear in there, but what I've got in there is 13 rollers, and this is the play. If you look real closely here, you'll see the up and down movement. There is movement there, but you know, there's other things around that bad. You know, that's what I'm. That'll work. That'll do. Now, what had happened? The boys had the little short rollers in it, like these ones. Where you'll notice this one is a little bit longer. I'll take that one out. They only had 12 rollers in. So if you look closely here, if I'll get my camera operator to look at it from above, see how there's a gap there? And that gap shouldn't be there. And what it does is that gap had allowed your roller, actually it was more than one, or several of your rollers to tip over and lay on this side like that. See, there's one on its side there, one on its side there, and you can do it to a third one. And that's when you started getting all the wear and all the damage, all the crap, because it had wear in it. They put the rollers that were too short and not enough of the rollers. Now I reckon if I put the longer rollers and the correct number, I reckon she'll be good enough, Alan. Here we are, Neracar big end assembled, and that's much better now. Much tighter clearance there. Spins nice and free all the way around, and it's got 14 thou side to side movement in there. Not too much, not too little, just right. She's ready to rev. So the engine would start and run, but the original carburetor was just too badly worn. So a new Delorto carburetor was selected and jetted to suit. 2 new cables were made up, and the improvement was dramatic. The engine went back into the frame, and then, after a lot more work, for example, making a new fuel cap, some new cables, it was time to put it to the test. modifications, more work, then it's time for some fun. There is a Neracar in the museum at Birdwood in the Adelaide Hills, South Australia, and there's another in the museum at Narbiac in New South Wales. And now there is a third Neracar in Australia. This one starts readily, runs well, and can be ridden. It is a truly rare machine.